Hello, I'm HeyGenBot, the fourth and final AI voice in this experiment. You've now experienced the current range of AI voice technology through Synthesia, Veed, Mindsmith AI, and now HeyGen platforms. This final module invites you to explore some of the deeper questions surrounding AI voice technology. Not just can we use AI voices for learning, but should we, and if so, in what context? These aren't just technical decisions, especially when it comes to how we deliver skills to the Isle of Man community. As we reflect together, consider your own experience. You've just learned from 4 different AI systems. How did that feel? Did it help or hinder your engagement? Your response is valuable not just to us, but to the broader conversation about how this technology can be used. One of the first questions we might ask is, should learners know when they're hearing an AI voice? Many say yes, and big tech companies are building tools into systems that increasingly require it. For example, the YouTube upload screen asks you to declare altered content and states, to follow YouTube's policy, you're required to tell us if your content is altered or synthetic and seems real. Google are also working on something called SynthID, which watermarks AI-generated content. In the Isle of Man, where community and personal trust are deeply valued, how important is it that learners know how their educational content is created? Could transparency strengthen the learning experience or complicate it? What happens when we do label content as AI-generated? Would you respond differently, and would it influence your trust in the content being provided? Is the environment you consume the AI-generated content important to the way you receive and trust it? Through our testing and research, we've begun to consider a framework for when AI voices might be appropriate. Are there contexts where AI voices feel suitable, like routine informational content, technical procedures, or multilingual delivery, and others where they feel out of place? What about content that requires emotional support, community building, or cultural sensitivity? Could AI-generated voices unintentionally undermine those goals or provide tools to support them? Then there are other areas such as professional development or compliance training. In these cases, does the appropriateness of AI depend more on learner preferences and organizational culture? For technical courses, you might feel AI is the perfect partner to create content. Perhaps an important question is, should the use of AI voices be a conscious, context-driven choice? As these tools become easier to use, how do we ensure they're used wisely? This brings us to the real purpose of this experimental course, starting a community conversation about AI in Isle of Man training material. We're not advocating for or against these tools. We're inviting you to help determine their appropriate role. We would love to hear your feedback on where you see AI-generated learning can add value and where it might not. It might be that you see real value, especially for multilingual delivery and consistent messaging. You might worry about losing the human connection that makes learning meaningful. Could normalizing AI voices lead to overuse in contexts where they don't belong? How do we balance innovation with inclusion? What role should AI voices play in our upskilling future? What have you learned from this experience? And how can your insights help shape the way we use these tools moving forward? Please let us know by emailing ai@gov.im.